There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Here we are for another episode of Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sharon Telderskill, celebrity publicist, motivational speaker, and number one international best-selling author of the number one habit series for entrepreneurial success, which you can find right now on Amazon.com. Hello, Robin Shaw Music. I appreciate you. Look at you still showing up and showing out. Thank you. So much love to you in London. Hi, my good friend Alvin Smith 397. Hello, DMV underscore freeze. I welcome you all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomahawk Brave, I see you here. Thank you so much. Wow. I got to make sure I put the name so you guys know who I'm talking to today. I'm going to put it in before I bring him in so that you guys can go and follow because he's absolutely amazing. I really appreciate you guys being here today. I was like, I want to make sure because I think there's more than one page. And pin. Thank you so much. You got your badge. So when you press that heart, it's a different color. I can see you out there. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Wow, you guys are really showing up. Let's see. Oh my God, he might be here. There. Choose your path. Oh, Mickey L. Hello. I am waiting. Yes. It's like, welcome, Larry. Welcome, Larry. Hello. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay. Let me see. Let me message him. I hope that your weekend was amazing. I really appreciate you all being here on Choose Your Path. Oh, he said give him a couple minutes. Okay, we're going to give him a couple minutes. So Choose Your Path started the beginning of June. Whoa, the beginning of June, I was like, what do I do? What's next? All the events are canceled, right? What is there to do? And so came up with this idea to have conversations with my friends and business associates because your business associates sometimes feels like friends because you build relationships. It's all relationships. And I said, why not? And then I got this idea to just turn it into a thing and title it Choose Your Path because I want people to know that you can choose what it is that you want to do. Like you can make that decision and you have to believe it and you have to be in like a knowing, right? And then the next step is just trusting the process and falling in love with it because it's definitely a process. And I think sometimes often we're so focused on the results that we don't even see the beauty and the transformation. So I hope that I really hope that through these conversations that you are inspired because I every time before I come on, I meditate and I pray and I give gratitude because every breath, I'm hoping that I take another one. And to be able to have an hour of a conversation with so many different creatives from everywhere, not just in the sector of music entertainment, but writers and social workers I've had on here the other day, an assistant principal. I just want to talk to anyone who is ready to share how they chose their path, because a lot of times people are sometimes stuck in the dark, and we need human connection. Human connection is what helps us grow. Conversations can help us grow if we're listening and if we have our mind open to receiving. You can take something out of each of these conversations, because God knows I do. And I really just want to say from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate each and every one of you that are on here right now, because you're choosing to spend your time as well to, engage and watch these conversations. So thank you for choosing to spend your time with me and my special guest. That is an amazing gift that you can give to anyone, is your time, because time is something that we just can't get back. When you spend it, that's exactly what you're doing. Like each minute is like closer to the inevitable, right? And it's just absolutely amazing how many people show up on here every single time when I go live. And that is just absolutely amazing. Shout out to Creative Art of Expression. Shout out to Diesel Don Low. I see you. I appreciate you, King. Oh my goodness. Tomahawk Brave, I appreciate you for being here and showing up. I appreciate you all. I think our guest is here now. I'm so excited.
Hey, hello, hello.
Hello. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You have no idea.
Yes,
You have
likewise,
no
likewise.
idea. Let me make sure everything is turned up. So I'm ready. Oh, I didn't see your message because I would have just came on a little bit later. That would have been
Yeah,
fine. I didn't mind, but I was like, here we are. That's okay.
sorry about that.
Hi, Tamika Lee. Hi, Tamika Lee. Hello. All right, let's start. So I am Sharon Tell Durskill. I started as a music publicist about over 10 years ago.
Mhm.
And then through the course of the years, I just developed and started doing more things in entertainment. And at this point, I'm just focusing on like I co-host a podcast, Be Influential. I do this every single week, and I'm writing like books. Like I just want
Okay.
to concentrate on that. And I want to say, I say all that to say that's talking little bit about me. But I think it's really dope is at the under your name is just creator. And
Right.
that is absolutely amazing,
Thank you.
because I feel like we were born to be creators. We don't
Right.
just do one thing, right? When you tap into it, many other gifts start showing up. You're like, oh, I could do this or I could do
Yeah.
that. How did what came first for you?
I'm sorry, it's getting a little laggy there.
Uh-uh.
What?
In terms of your gifts, because you're a creator, like what was the first that idea that popped in your head where you was like, I'm gonna go with this, I'm gonna do this first? Oh no. Okay, you gotta kick him out. He'll be back. Hello, hello. He said, hello, Larry. What heat rock? I got all my I'm reading the messages. That happens. Technology. I know, right? Oh no. Okay, we're back.
All right, maybe we can try this again.
Okay,
Okay.
let's try this again. I was saying you were. Oh, okay, yeah. It's like you gotta find that spot.
Yeah. I'll just go outside, see if that works better.
Okay, okay, we're gonna try it. It's still a
Yeah,
little grainy. Yeah,
okay.
like no.
Sounds better. I can definitely hear you more crispy
It
now.
sounds better. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Um,
Okay. You
So
ready?
what was yeah, what was the question? I'm sorry.
So I was saying, like when you're a creator, it's like many, many gifts that you start to tap into and you start to create different things. What was that
Hmm.
first thing where you say, yes, I'm answering this. This is what I want to do right now.
Uh, it would have to be like way when I was younger, um, and I didn't actually create it myself, but my aunt, her and my father wrote a rap for me like in church, and from
Oh,
there it made me like see that, see that I could be a rapper or I could just rap, whatever. And so yeah, from there it just kind of sprouted in my mind that I can create music, and create raps for church.
oh my goodness, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I, your name, I have Lemio Da Vinci, right?
Hmm.
And then I have Larry Lemio.
Yep.
Can
So
you
it's
explain Da Vinci? I like Da Vinci sound.
I got you. So Larry Lemuel is my stage name. So, but it's also my real name, like my first and middle name. So from there, I kind of just curated Lemuel Da Vinci, like Leonardo da Vinci, but just put Lemuel in a slot and use that as like, yeah, that's my when I make a graphic or I even see, because I'm really not a graphic designer, so I'll create an idea in my head, maybe draw it out, and then show that
Uh,
to whoever the graphic designer is. So that's my Lemuel Da Vinci side, and then I guess you could say Larry Lemuel is more of the actor, musician.
that is so cool. I really, really like that. Yeah, I knew it was a
Thank you.
story behind it. I just could feel
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah.
How are
It
you
took so
doing
much.
during this pandemic?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm blessed to actually be able to assist people in getting masked and getting vaccinated and tested and all of that. So I'm definitely proud of that to be able to, help the community out. Um, but truth be told, I'm like a chameleon, so I can get adjusted. So when quarantine started, I, I'd say it was a little difficult at first, but you get used to it and you just look at the positive things out of it, like starting to pay attention to yourself more than what's going on in the outer world. So yeah, I took it and did what I like, took it positively. And that was it.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. So choose your
Yeah.
path. I'm going to be all over the place. You
Hmm.
got to just flow with me because I
I
have like
got you.
serious ADHD. Um, for choose your path, it was like an idea to just come on. Well, it wasn't even choose your path. It was like let's just go live with your friends, right, and have a conversation and check in with them because everybody was
Yeah.
inside. And I said, why
Hmm.
not do that and share it with people that I don't know? Share a conversation because we have dope conversations in the studio. The
No,
dopest
no,
conversations
so true.
happen in creative environments,
Yeah, so
and I
true.
wanted to share it. And then it turned into a thing. And
Yeah.
now I get to
Oh,
do it every single week,
yep.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm doing one tomorrow too. But I
Yeah.
just think that it can like really literally change the world. And I think that um being that everyone can just turn on their phone and go live, can you
Right.
imagine how us communicating with each other in a way of love, how
Yeah.
that could like change how we feel
Yeah.
about ourselves? This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I just got to tell you, thank you, for
No, thank
choosing
you.
to spend your time here on Choose Your Path. Like, thank you for
Absolutely.
saying yes.
Yeah. No, no problem at all. And thank you for the invite and having me on. And thanks to Diesel, for connecting us. Definitely happy to be here.
Yes, he is on here. Shout out to Diesel Don Low. Absolutely, he is. He's really dope. I knew it when I seen creator under the name. I said, "Wow, he's really dope." How does one approach risk taking? Because a lot of times people are afraid of being an entrepreneur, so to speak, or creator, whatever name that feels good to you in your soul. um, People are afraid. So, how does that look, when you think about approaching risk taking?
I think that it's more feel with your gut. You got to look at the signs. There are signs like, just out there. So if you're really in tune and really flowing and paying attention, um, that you find it. You'll know either if you need to take that risk or if you don't need to take that risk and maybe wait for a different opportunity or anything like that. So I would just go with feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that earlier. I said, wow, you gotta really actually want to see it. Because someone, they
Mm-hmm.
can watch this conversation, it can be really dope conversation, right? And they get absolutely nothing out of it because they come with, sometimes people come
Yeah.
with closed minds and not open
Right.
ones.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
really difficult to receive new information if your mind is closed and you only see the world
Yeah.
your way, one way, your
Uh.
perspective, right? But when
Yep.
you
Yep.
have an open mind, you can, that's why at the end of conversations people say, well, what was your takeaway? So I can see if you were actually listening and paying attention to what was
Right.
being given. And I
Right.
take something away from each and every one of these conversations, and I believe that our imagination and our dreams is so important for us to like execute on it, because
Yep.
it's
Yep.
here to change the world. It's not just
Exactly.
us, it's literally to change the world. So shout out to you for answering that calling. Actor, music, apparel. What about the
Yeah.
apparel? Like,
Yeah.
what's that all about?
Creator. Diesel, one day Diesel, he's like, man, you make music, man. With the rappers, what Wiz is doing. He got the Taylor Gang shirts and all of that stuff. So, I just had to take what I was bringing to the table and just create it visually on a shirt and hoodies and shorts and phone cases, book bags, all of that. So, just just paying attention to the way that the game goes. I've been studying it for a long time. Just watching my favorites and following suit.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is so dope. Yeah, you got to just do it. I love, I mean, like, I feel like everything about everything that I do is like a brand. Like, the cup, the earrings, the
Yep.
jeans, like every single thing must go. All of it. And give that to the world. And when you have ideas, it's supposed to be shared. And it's a beautiful thing when you can answer to that. I want people to choose their path. Oh, we're frozen again. Yeah, let's all do that. Tomahawk Brave says, really how dope he is. We're having a bad connection. Check, check, microphone check. 1, 2. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate that. He got to move. He's going to be like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Cleaning products that are safe for kids. Yes, absolutely. Especially those that are like in like the daycares and the little ones. They put everything in the classroom, their hands and mouth, and they sharing it with each other. Oh goodness. Because the children are so free and they have that imagination. Yeah, wow. These are down low. Dun, dun. I was like, he's
Stay
gonna be like,
free.
can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah.
me now?
I don't know what's going on
Can
here.
Microphone check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
We in here. We in here.
I don't know. This one looked better and it sounds better, so I think we might have a winner. Yep.
Oh,
1
that's
minute.
good.
Oh, okay. Yep, I can hear you now. Yep. That's good. Okay, here we go.
Cool.
Are your actions guided by love or fear?
Uh, hmm, that's a good question. I say nowadays definitely more love because I've found myself, loving myself more, and with that, it spreads to your actions. So, yeah, I would have to say it would definitely be more love based with how I move.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Where are you from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. Yeah.
No way.
Yep, yep.
I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Neighbors.
We
Neighbors.
neighbors. Wow, yeah. I moved away about 15 years ago,
Yeah.
but that is my hometown, born and raised. Hi,
Yeah.
Brenda. She's from our hometown. She's on here.
Hey, Ohio love, baby. OH.
OH.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Are you supposed to
I
say IO?
no.
Nah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, okay. I get it. You did. You left a little while ago, so I see you must be
Yeah, isn't
tied
it something
differently.
how you adapt to your environment?
Right, right. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
because like right now I'm in Connecticut, right? But I know that, I mean, a lot of stuff has changed now since COVID, but before COVID, going over into New York City, you know that you gotta and you
Yeah,
moving forward and you moving
yeah.
fast and you know
Yep,
where you're going, right?
yep, yep,
But then when
yep.
I get to Connecticut, it's kind of like, it's
Slow
kind of
pace.
chill. I just drive my
Yeah,
car and get to where I'm going, and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not much traffic, but
yeah.
it is a difference.
Sounds
Yeah.
like back home. Connecticut sounds like back home. Out here, it's like you got it's moving around like a different type of ball game
But
out
it feels that way now because
here.
wow, it feels that way now because a lot of people from New York has moved here.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that's what
don't,
one of my buddies, well, not but, well, associates that I was working with,
uh,
he was explaining that how everybody was leaving out of the city and going elsewhere, and that it's really he thinks it's that New York City is not going to continue to be a hub, and I don't know, I just can't see that. I just can't see that. So I would have to just go through it and see it actually happen before I could just be like, yeah, no. But I think that New York is a beautiful place to be, New York City, especially, and I'm enjoying it.
yeah, I can see that. I wanted to live here in Connecticut, but
Yeah,
still have the opportunity to go
yeah,
there when I need to go
really
there. And
close.
and you're absolutely right. Like a lot of the opportunities, a lot of the things that started from my career started in New York City as it got
Uh-huh.
bigger. I mean, it didn't
Yep.
start in New York City, it started here, my mind, and then I just,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right, right.
But
Created.
when you go into
You created.
another level, yeah, you start to get in rooms with people that I didn't think that I would be sharing a stage with, for
Right,
one.
right,
Like when
right.
I shared the stage with Bishop Jackson and Dr. Oz, I said that was
Uh-huh.
life changing for me.
Yeah,
I was
right,
like,
right.
whoa,
Yeah, I could only imagine.
that was freaking life
Yeah.
changing for me because it's like, it wasn't just how big that moment was, it was showing you that there is no limit.
Hmm.
Right, I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like you just
yeah,
be
yeah,
grateful
yeah.
for those things. Like right now I'm like, man, this is a really dope moment because I'm writing a book with each and every person from the first time I got on here
Yeah,
till now, like
I
until
feel
the
you.
end of the year. I'm going to like write my experience and the
Yeah,
things that I learned
yeah,
during this time, so this is very personal for me.
yeah. Okay.
What's one of the best advice you were ever given? Ooh.
Uh, let's see. Rest in the end, not in the middle.
That's the best advice, right?
Yeah, just rest in the end,
I heard a
not in the
wise man
middle.
say that before.
You gotta keep rolling. You gotta apply pressure and continue to apply pressure until you get to where you see that you are going, or where you believe you to go.
Yeah.
Even when you think the journey is done, it's not over. It's not when you call it. Really, it's when the universe allows it to be. So yeah,
Yeah, we have to be very intentional every single day that we're creating or we're giving back or we're showing love. And
yeah,
the way that we show the love is to love ourselves and find that way. I know
right.
that I was reading something in your bio where you either guide others, teach others about self-awareness. And what is that?
So
What is self-awareness?
I mean, you just have to be aware of what you are doing to yourself. Um, so, like a lot of like, let's just say alcoholism. Um, you can wake up and go ahead and drink a bottle of wine or whatever, and continue to do that day after day after day after day, not even paying attention that you're doing that to yourself, and eventually that wears on you. So. Um, it's just being aware of that and making it a point to do better things day after day after day after day to make your life better than to make it, um, like just make it not work, not make it not good. Becoming an alcoholic, maybe sleeping on the streets or just anything. You know how it is.
You
So
can, oh yeah, you can get stuck real easily in
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that thing
You
is,
just have to
whatever that
focus.
is.
you gotta
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
do gotta
really be
focus.
self-aware about what you're doing, who you're surrounding yourself with, um, the words that you're speaking into the universe, everything. You just have to be aware of who you are and being true to yourself.
Ah, sometimes I take a glimpse back, and not so much to be like, oh wow, my past, like, and like
Mm,
stay there. I
right.
tend to look back to see, just to take a glimpse and see how far I've come, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm like sitting here and I'm like, wow, I come so far
Yeah. Yeah.
on the journey. Like if
Yeah.
you picture your life in like a as in a nature, like the woods, and you
Hmm.
know that that can go miles and
Right.
miles.
Right.
You
Right.
can get stuck out there and
Yeah.
lost.
Seriously.
And sometimes
Seriously.
in life we do find ourselves in that forest and we find ourselves lost and we don't know how to get out. We don't hear the whispers from the river.
Yep.
I
Yep.
do
Yep.
whitewater rafting and
Nah, I hear you.
yeah, river tubing, so I know.
I
And it's
never
like
heard.
this
I've never
whisper
done
that you hear.
it.
No,
Yeah, no, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm all about facing fear. So I know one day that will pass my or cross my path, and I'll be ready to go. You
oh,
said
you
the
gotta
water
talk.
whisper.
No, you gotta talk right to it
Yeah,
because it's such an amazing experience. Like I took my son with me, and he was a little upset towards the end. He couldn't
yeah,
believe that I let him talk me into it, but he made the choice. That's what
yeah. Right,
you get a
right,
choice, right?
right,
And he
right,
said
right.
yes. So, but then he was like, "Wow, I'm glad we did it, but I don't want to do it anymore." And it's
Yeah,
not that sometimes when you experience things, you got to keep doing it over and over and over.
right.
It's just to get that experience and see what
Yeah,
it even feels like. And it's
right,
absolutely amazing. It's so calm. Like we were
right.
river tubing for about 4 hours before he ended up 3.5 hours before he ended up in the swamp. And that's what ended
Yeah.
the trip. But he ended
Wow.
up in the swamp and he gave up. And that's the thing, like what you said here,
Yeah.
like don't do that. Like because when you do that,
Nah, you
you don't
can't.
even see what you could become. You don't know what you can see
Right.
that you can actually create. That's
Right.
amazing. Is there something that ever like just that you could share that just it felt like it just hit you in the gut and like twisted it and everything and it just wouldn't let go and you wasn't sure if it was ever going to get better, but it did
Yeah,
because we
for
here.
sure, for sure, for sure. Something that twisted me in the gut,
Yeah,
maybe just like the restarting phase. So many times, I would say maybe like two or three times, where it's just like you feel like you're excelling, you feel like you're doing a good job, and what you're doing isn't the right thing. You're not moving the right way at all. So then you have to backtrack
yeah,
and recreate those opportunities. Or not, it's not even really about the opportunities. It's about that self awareness and knowing who you are as a person. So having to unravel the onion or whatever you want to call it and rebuild once again would be the biggest gut punch, because when you believe you're right, you believe you're right. So like when you like literally have to be like, no, I was wrong. It
yeah,
hurts
yeah, that
it hurts your
hurts.
soul. So yeah, I would say that would definitely be the biggest thing there. That would and I feel great now. That's what's important, and I would hope, and I really want people to just know that if you get knocked out, you can get back up, and you just got to get back up, keep your chin held high, chest poked out, and get it done.
And get it done. I was watching Creed the other day and I was like, yeah, he's determined, like
Yeah,
persistent, like he is
yeah,
not letting up. Like you're gonna be my I'm watching the first, not the second one. I was watching the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one. I'm
Okay.
probably so late.
I haven't even
But
seen it. I'm not gonna
oh,
lie.
see, you haven't seen
I'm
it.
bad. Yeah, I
But if you
have.
know anything about boxing, you haven't even had to see the movie. I love
Yeah, yeah.
boxing.
Right, right.
It was just, it's just like a focus that you have to have. Like I was taking personal boxing lessons here at my home because sometimes I would go into the gym, but I don't know, that frequency be somewhere else, and you want to focus.
Yeah, right, right, right.
You
No,
know
I
what
hear
I
you.
mean? Like sometimes
Yeah.
that can take away all that distraction. So yeah, working one on one with this guy, and it's like the mental that you have, the mental focus. Oh, we froze again. Wow. Hello, 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 everyone. It takes a minute, then it kicks him off. He's gonna walk all the way down the street. Hey, big underscore swole, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you here. Thank you. Yes. Wow. Okay. Let me see if he can come back. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate it. I sincerely appreciate it. I'm waiting for him to say check, check one, check two, check three, four, five, six, seven. I want to like stand up and like shake and exercise. Oh, I feel like I've been sitting too long. Yeah, I do. I want to just get up and be like, uh. You'd be like, excuse us for that interruption. Excuse us. Hey, Jay, Lara, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, Queen, so much. Thank you. You're like, excuse me for this short interruption of the broadcast. We are waiting for Larry Limio to return from his technical difficulties. His technical difficulties. I am Sharontel Durskill, your host of Choose Your Path. I am motivational speaker, celebrity publicist, soon to be retired, and number one international best-selling author of the number one habit series for entrepreneurial success, which you can purchase on Amazon. And this show is brought to you by 10K Cards, which is it's for your digital business card needs. Like that is absolutely amazing, where you can create your own QR code and you can have everything in one place. Your payment plans like Venmo and PayPal, you can have it all in one place. You can also have all your social media sites, your YouTube, all of that, like your digital business card. And if you want to know anything about it, just click the link in my bio. Yes. I told you, like, I really, at this point, as I continue to get older and losing so many people around me that I love dearly, I I have so many thoughts that's going in my head, and I just want to write. I just want to write books and keep talking at this point, and maybe coaching other publicists as I come to that end of that chapter. Who knows? I don't know. I think at some point in all of our careers or whatever it is that we choose to do, at some point we decide now it's time to be a teacher. And I think at some point that's where I'm at. It's like I'm moving into like teacher mode. You know, I've been around for a while. I'm no spring chicken. I just feel like that's oh, thank you. You're also inspiring. Beautiful dreams and mission. Yes, you got to answer the mission. And my mission is, it's going to sound like a infomercial, but it's the truth. My mission is to inspire men, women, and children to live beyond your fears, pursue your dreams, and step into your greatness. Like literally, like step into it and say, I am here. I am answering to the calling. I am choosing my path and I am doing it no matter what comes my way. And never, ever, 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 ever give up. I have never, and I don't care how many bad decisions I made, how many bad relationships that I had, because I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I talk about it all the time. I never give up on my dreams. And I always tell the kids that when I talk to them, I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what parent isn't there, who's not showing up. Don't forget to love yourself and hold on to your dream because your dream, that's it. Once that is realized, you don't ever have to want or lack in anything. You have to believe that and know it to be true. I'm telling you. It's a real thing. Choose your path. Let's see if their guest is back. Yes. Ultimate freedom of the self. It always starts with the self. We have to take care of self so that we can be able to be a gift and be able to give to others. It always is with self. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Dun, dun,
Ever since
dun. I
ever
wanted. I
since I
wish I
switched
could
to
have had the
T-Mobile, I swear.
Jeopardy. Oh
Yeah,
man, I wish I could have had the Jeopardy music. That would have been so cool.
yeah, yeah. I'm
No,
sorry
that's
about
okay.
that, but
I'm a talker, so I can find something to talk about. I'm all right.
yeah. And I popped
Yeah.
in. I seen you was doing your avatar. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's
Oh
ready.
yeah.
She's
You know,
ready.
yeah.
That's what's up. No,
You have
definitely.
to always be ready for whatever that comes your way. And speaking of, that was right on time. So being that sometimes we have to be ready and we don't even have that much time to prepare. If you had to prepare a 30-minute speech, what would it be about?
Ah, 30-minute speech. What would it be
Yep.
about? Just a lot of the things that are going on in the world. Um, me personally, I'm like hippie vibes, so I'm just trying to get everybody to unite and be happy and joyful.
Yeah.
Just appreciate life, and just treat others how you would want to be treated. I feel like if everybody just followed that basic rule, that golden rule back from like kindergarten, I feel like the world would be a much better place. So maybe a little bit of sports, No, I'm kidding, but seriously,
Sports is important.
I would just want to push people to, just improve life for everybody, so we can all be happy.
Absolutely. That is definitely the goal. I was talking to Drew
Uh,
from Public Enemy. He
okay.
was on here what was that, about two, three? I don't know the
Yeah.
time. Time is just an
Yeah.
illusion. But he
Exactly.
created this microphone, this really dope microphone where you know how people, because you're an
Yeah.
artist, you do
Right.
like this,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like sometimes it sounds muffled and
Yep. Yep.
really know what yeah.
Yep.
His microphone is where you can literally like cup it like this. It's made that way.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the muffled sound. Isn't
Yeah.
that dope?
Yeah. No, that's dope.
I was
Definitely.
just saying that because I think that's a dope creation and invention, and it's definitely something to be talked about. Like I
Yeah.
think that is like really dope. I
I
hope
might have to
people
check
go
that
and
out.
check. I got to go check out your apparel. I love
Yeah.
purchasing like new apparel.
Uh-huh.
Wearing.
Absolutely. We got the crop tops going on right now. So you could check I'll give you the link and everything, and the links in my bio as well with my link tree. But yeah, we got the crop tops going on. We also got some joggers that just came out, tunnel vision joggers. So we could figure something out. We get you the promo code to take care of you.
That'd be so dope. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that because I was like, I want to see that. Robin Shaw Music says, great message. Yes,
Hmm.
this has definitely been an amazing conversation,
Yep.
despite their
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
There was this quote that I had written down after the conversation with self awareness, and it's rather than being your thoughts and emotions, be the awareness behind them by
Yep.
Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think he's pretty dope. I like him.
I like.
You
I
ever
like
you
that.
read a few of his books?
I have not, but I feel like I need to. Can you send me that directly?
Oh yeah, I could send that to you directly. He got some pretty dope books. I'm looking at my bookshelf. They're my babies.
Hmm.
That's what I call my books, my babies.
Yeah, I'm currently in the
Yeah.
Art of War right now.
You
So
are?
yeah, I've been like tagging in and out of it. I'm not. I'm not gonna say I'll sit down, and sometimes I will. Like if it grabs my interest very deeply, then I'll just sit down and rewrite through it.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll just pick it up on a train when it's like downtime, no signal on the phone. It's just like kind of get my mind together. I'll grab that, or maybe even my Bible, or just anything self healing and self awareness that'll uplift the spirit.
Absolutely. I read a lot. My grandmother, she raised me and she couldn't read.
Yeah,
And I promised her that I would just read for the both of us. So I read
yeah,
encyclopedias. I
yeah.
remember as a child reading a dictionary. I
That's
remember
amazing.
I just read a lot of books, and I
Hmm.
just think it's absolutely amazing. The things that people, it's like they bare their souls sometimes on the
Uh-huh.
pages,
Yep.
and you can just learn so much about other people's journeys. That's why I always push that at some point of the journey to just write that story, because it's so
Yep.
important, because there are so many of our ancestors and those before us that has passed on. They're like, can you please say that and have that
Yeah.
voice that I can no longer have? That's how I look
Right.
at it. Like, ooh, I get another day, another
Yeah.
opportunity, hopefully to change the world, because there's so many people that I love dearly and those that I may never have met that don't have that voice anymore. So here we are.
I love
Here
that.
we are. Define happiness for you.
Happiness is just having that being. Hmm. Happiness. How do you explain happiness?
How do you?
I mean, I can see it with the in when it's raining. It's within you. That's the only way I can really explain it, because like you can pretend to be happy, but on the inside you're not happy, and you know that. So it, you just have to find it within you to be happy for the things that you already have, and within that, you know, it just it blows up. It just
Yeah.
goes all over the place. You see it everywhere. So, happiness I would equate to love, really. I feel like the more you love yourself, the more happy you will be.
No,
It's just
that's true. That's so true. I seen a meme, right, where it says it's like these two drawn stick figures, and the one is looking at the other, and he has happiness, but he doesn't. The other one
yeah,
doesn't,
yeah,
and he's like, "Where did you find that?" He was like, "It was inside of me all the
yeah,
time."
right,
And it's like that's exactly what it is. It's like once you find that, it's like, wow, it was inside of me the whole time. All I had
right,
to do was just grab it.
right,
I had went to therapy. Mm, I don't know. When you work as an EMT for 15 years, you see a
yeah,
lot of social workers and a lot of counselors don't be fooled by the
yeah,
smiles in the emergency department.
right,
It is not a joke
right,
to work in that type of environment. So I remember the therapist saying to me, Chantel, won't you just put those things, whatever those things are, right? And put
yeah,
them in a treasure box and close it up when you think about it, just close it up. And as I got older, I was like, damn, that was some effed up
yeah,
advice to give
right,
somebody.
right,
Because
right,
can you
for real,
imagine the explosion that
yeah,
comes out of that? Like I shook up
yep,
the Pepsi bottle or the
yeah,
soda bottle, and
yeah, no, I'm
it
with you,
is about to explode.
yeah,
And I am just I'm just so grateful that I'm not going through that right now. But we're really in a whole pandemic, and some people are literally have been locked up with people
Yeah,
that aren't so kind, or
right.
they've lost their job and they don't know what they're gonna do next. Or they're I rode past a food pantry today, and the people are gonna be lined up. And that
Yeah,
means that there are a lot of hungry people out here, right?
right.
And sometimes, in order to get out of those situations, it's just a changed mindset. Because I came from
Yeah,
a place where, I mean, I remember eating hot dogs and noodles for six
yeah,
months.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember like
Yeah, I feel you.
mayo sandwiches and
Yeah,
peanut butter without
so
the
yep,
jelly. You
yep,
know what I
yep,
mean?
yep.
Sugar
No, I'm here.
sandwiches, all that nasty stuff. But
Yeah,
it was survival. It wasn't even
yeah,
about what it was at that point. It
yeah,
was about, I got to eat because I need to
yeah,
survive. And that was it.
yep,
So it's like, but when you realize that it's all inside of you, and when you say it out loud, people are like, no way, no way.
what? Yeah, not like seriously. Yeah, just try it out. Seriously, try consistently for
Just,
like a month. Like wake up every day and just make yourself be thankful for the day. Like be thankful for
yeah,
waking up. Like you said earlier, thankful for that next breath, and just show gratitude. Do it for 30 days straight and see where it gets you.
yeah, that's absolutely important. What's coming up? Then see, when I say this now, it sounds like an interview, but I do want to know. I like conversation. I don't want to call it an interview.
No
Um,
problem.
what's coming up next? What can we look forward to next? Where is the music? Or is there going to be more of that too as a
Yeah,
next?
yeah. So what we got going on is I just dropped a music video to a song called June from my last release that I released on my birthday this year, January 16th, called Dearly Departed. So it's just a lot of, pushing that, promoting that album and getting a couple more videos done for that album or that EP. And in the midst of that, creating more music to have something at the top of the year for everyone. Again, for a new cycle. Maybe it just depends. You know how creatives are. Sometimes you get inspired to just get it all done in a week,
That's true.
or like you may
Not
have to
all the
just go
time.
throughout and
Hmm.
venture around, grab some inspiration, and go about it when you feel that it is actually time. So I'm really not rushing
Yeah.
to do anything new. I'm just trying to go with the flow and you know just celebrate what I do have currently and let everybody hear that.
Yeah, that is so important. I was on are you on Clubhouse?
I am actually.
You are? Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
was on a Clubhouse room the other day and it was a question that was asked and it said, what are you currently working on? Right?
Hmm.
And then my mind was going so fast because I'm working on so many things and I'm like,
Right.
I don't want to come off as a pitch. I'm just introducing
Yeah.
myself, but what do I
Right.
say what I'm working on? And I said, well, I'm just here to network and learn, meet new people that I'm here
Right.
for, and
Right.
not even because sometimes when you're creating, you're not just creating one thing, and this may need to come out right now. That's probably how we come out with those. And
Right.
this project right here, it needs a little bit more TLC. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
the people can get whatever they need to get from that. I
Yeah.
got to really nurture this one.
Right.
So yeah, that's
Exactly.
pretty dope. Yeah, that's pretty dope
Exactly.
when you can see that. Why keep going?
You said why keep
Why do
going?
you keep going? Yeah.
Why would I stop? Seriously, I mean, like, I woke up in the morning. That's why I'm still going. I, that's what I was
I
supposed
know
to
you have to
do.
ask that. Like people are like, well, why would you
Uh-huh.
keep?
Yeah, no problem. How you doing? Sorry about that.
You'd be like, hey,
Interview.
you'd be like, oh hey.
Yeah.
You be like, do you want ketchup or no? No
Yeah.
ketchup.
Nah.
That is so
That's
funny.
funny. But I'm sorry. What were
No,
you
that's
asking?
okay.
Oh, you
Um,
good?
what did I say? Oh gosh, I don't even remember. Did
Oh,
if you had to take a glance back, or maybe not even a glance back. If yeah, a glance back. Would you say that your life looks like it envisioned, like how you envisioned it, or even better?
Uh, I would say it looks a lot better. I would say like I would which is kind of a bad thing. I would idolize different, celebrities, I guess, personalities really. I would idolize those different personalities, and I felt like I envisioned my life looking like their life. So um, once I went through the awareness check, it's I feel like I have surpassed where I even believed that I would have been ever. So um, like yeah, I just I'm way far gone from where I initially thought that the journey would stop.
I'm from Cleveland, right?
Hmm.
And there
Yep.
are so many murders. Maybe it's more than it was when I was growing up. And I say maybe because our perception was is that things weren't that bad during our time.
Right, right.
Those things were going on too. It just
Yeah.
wasn't that the media, it wasn't
Right,
broadcast. You know
right,
what I
right.
mean? It wasn't broadcast. So sometimes things can get, kind of go under the radar when it's not in a blog, it's not on social media, and it's not on TV, it's not on the radio. You can
Things
kind of,
swept under the rug pretty much at that moment.
yeah, you can kind of be in a debunker, literally, with that kind of world. So I don't know. It's really sad. And I went home in October for a funeral
Hmm.
and I visited the neighborhood because I usually, when I go home, I don't be where I grew up. I'm there, but I'm
Right.
not there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you.
But this time I went there and I even went inside of a bar. I walked across the street.
Uh huh.
That's a big deal because people
Yeah,
are getting killed just sitting at a light. So
yeah.
the fact that here I am, I'm walking around and people are definitely showing love, but there's always that part which I love about having both sides, both being book smart and street smart because it's very important and you need it for survival,
Hmm.
and to thrive as well. Is
Right.
that they wouldn't take me out.
Like they wouldn't let you go anywhere.
I know. I mean, like people can show, they can act as if they're showing you love, but at the end of the day, they're stabbing a knife right through your back
Yeah.
constantly.
Yep. Yep. And
Oh,
I've been through that. Even like I feel like one time I remember I had a show. Like I had a rap show. Now this is a few years back, and you know I expect the people closest to you to at least show face. In respect of me,
mm-hmm.
because like you say that you love me. And I remember like I had to leave and go back to the place like where I was laying my head to grab something before the show, and these guys were just like playing video games. It never showed up to the show, and I'm just like, what? like, I don't know. So you know, they not know what they do to themselves.
That's
I've
true.
always been a very genuine person to anyone that I come across to. So um, when I look at it like that, I know that I've done all that I can do, and that would be on their end, and I'm never, gonna hold a grudge against somebody. So if you come to me with an open heart, I'll always show you that love. So I'm not upset with anybody, but I just see. Um, you have to just pay attention to who you call your best friends or who you're calling your
Oh
acquaintances and family
yeah.
and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking, I guess the world is opening up, whatever that means, whatever that
Yeah,
means, right?
yeah, right.
Um, Taking certain trips, going to certain trips with certain people, it just seems, I don't know whether it's an age thing or a living of experience, but you start to really be cautious about those that you spend your energy
Yeah,
time with, right?
yeah,
Like you
yep.
really be cautious about that. That's really important. You ever remember the game Street Fighter?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my God. And so it has that little, the little power beam, right? And when he get
Yeah,
it hit, that power
yeah,
beam goes down, down, down.
yeah,
And that's what be happening when people now, like sometimes they'll surround themselves in a whole pity party about a pandemic of something that we really can't change.
yep,
But what we can change is how we're looking at ourselves, how we're looking at our
yep,
situation, how we're loving ourselves so that we can go out and create and be great in this
yep,
world
yep,
because every minute it counts and every
yep.
breath it counts. Yeah, Street Fighter on the
Seriously,
Mega Drive. He loved that. Yeah,
yeah,
I love Street Fighter. I played
seriously.
that game.
Or Goku, the Kamehameha. Like I got you.
You
Trust me.
got to finish the Art of War.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm in
have to.
there. I got
I
you.
love that book. I had
Yep.
brought on Northside Outlaw. He's been shown on a couple of records with Spice One. He's
Mhm.
in that
Mhm.
definitely in that amazing era. And he also served two tours, right?
Okay.
So he
Yeah,
came
yeah.
on here and we talked about it and I brought up some of my favorite chapters and parts in it. But it's literally it's it's the blueprint to surviving the
Yeah.
psychological warfare
Yep.
and how the
Yep.
military how they really literally go by it. It's the
Yep.
book.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
really
No.
cool and I've read it
You're
like
right.
about 5 times and
Yeah.
it gives you it's like five things in there that gives you all of the tools of like literally your survival,
Yep.
right? And how to
Yeah. No.
navigate and how to like even like with the tissue and all of that stuff, or not even just the tissue, it was the food. The
Yeah.
person that really hurt my heart because I'm thinking like, dang, you didn't even think about your neighbor may have
Right.
wanted a can of ravioli. You just gonna
Right.
take the
Go grab
whole
24 of them,
a
and you
perishable
only gonna eat six.
items.
You
Like,
only gonna eat six. You got all them other ones in there, and then you gonna hopefully give them away to a food pantry, or like eat them in a
hopefully.
struggle meal or something. But regardless, it's just like people. Sometimes people are just so selfish and so self-centered, thinking about, I need all this toilet paper. It's like, bro, you can't even wipe your butt that many
If you
times in a
no.
week. Like, come
Right,
on.
exactly. We really have to start loving on each other more. And I think that that's a beautiful thing about this time is I do believe that we are doing that. I've
I
seen
do too.
more
I do too.
families out at the park together,
Yep.
like the mother
Yep.
and the father and the kids, or the
Yep.
mother and the
Yep.
kids, whatever the family
It's
unit
so
is,
beautiful.
is all
Yep.
relevant. But they're
Uh-huh.
together. And I'm
Yep.
like, wow,
Yeah.
this is
Yep. No,
so
it's so beautiful. I can't
right.
even lie. I've been enjoying it. It's just like even being out here in NYC, it's like we I switch locations like once every week or 2 weeks or something like that, and so
Mhm.
we're based at different parks and stuff like that, and it's just like I get to experience all of these different parks, so it's just all new to me. So I get to just soak in all of that energy and just go from there.
It's
It's
such
so
a
beautiful to look
beautiful
at.
thing. It's
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing. So where do we touch on? We touched on the music. Wow, that title, Dearly Departed. I mean, I don't even know what it's talking about,
Yeah.
but when you say it out
Yeah.
loud, it feels like I just walked into the funeral home. Like,
Yeah.
when you get that, like, you be
Right.
cool on your way there. You're
Right.
talking, you
Right.
may even be talking about the memories you have with the person, maybe. A lot of times,
Yeah.
those conversations don't even be going on when you're in the car. You be talking
Right.
about other stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
yeah, but when you walk in, it's like you can feel,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's just a part that's like missing and just it don't feel good. And that's what that feels like.
You gotta just listen.
I
If
can't
you just
wait.
listen from start to finish, you'll see. It's just a change. It's 4 songs, so it's
Uh-huh.
just like you'll see the change within the music. The last song is really that I'm really gonna go hard on that song. It's very very sentimental to me. Basically, that is the reason for the name Dearly Departed. It's because I've left the old me behind and have become a new one of myself. And so the last song is called Ascension. So, just a higher level of myself is what will be, displayed from here on out. That's why I made that the last song and transition into the new music.
That sounds absolutely amazing, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's amazing. Wow, we are here at the end, right?
Hmm.
Oh goodness, at the end. So choose your path. I have a gift for you afterwards. I thought the team would have sent it, but I hear usually send it sometimes a little bit after. But it's like Linktree on steroids. It's a
Okay.
digital business card, and it'll have all of your links and wherever all of the things are, and whatever needs to be added, we'll be happy to add it. And it's your
Okay.
own QR code, and you can airdrop it
Okay.
literally. Like if you got you could
Yeah.
be like,
Oh
hey, you
yeah.
need my business card, you can airdrop it, and it's our own. I
Yeah.
think
Nah.
that's really
Well,
dope. You know
that's
what
hype.
I mean?
Yeah, that's hype.
Right.
I'm definitely appreciative, and I can't wait to see it.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be sending that to you. So at the end, I always ask the question, if you could just give one word or a sentence, something to motivate and inspire us as we continue to move forward on our life journey.
Uh, let's see. I'll just go from a bar off of my song, June,
Okay.
and it's very light, but it's times got hard, but we pushed through. So I'm just saying, it gets hard. You'll have many valleys, but you just got to stand up. And I already said this: poke your chest out, keep them eyes straight, and get it done. I mean, that's just it. Push through. Rest at the end, not in the middle. It all coincides
Oh,
with
it
each
all
other.
goes together. Yep.
It all goes together.
Well, I thank you so much. Love,
Thank you.
light, and energy to you and your family as you continue on. I'm definitely going to give you that information so I
Mm,
can get some apparel so I can wear it on the
yeah,
show.
I got you. I got you. Don't even worry. We're gonna take care of
Thank
that for
you,
sure.
everyone, for tuning in. Music Fin for Life. Hello, I see you. It's absolutely hard to say everybody's names, but I see you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
All
you
right,
guys.
peace.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.